this is Miss Ashley from the Crystal Lake Public Library, back with another Blow Off Some Steam. It's February, which means it's the time of year that we celebrate all things love. And we often think of hearts like these when we think of love and Valentine's. Did you know that February is also American Heart Month? So this makes it a great time to learn about how our hearts work. And they look a lot different. This is a picture of our heart, and it's cut in half so you can see the inside of it. It looks a lot different than this. Our hearts are about the size of our fist, right? And if you ever see someone put their hand over their heart, they might go like this, but our heart's not over here. It's actually in the center of our chest. So if you think about, if you make a fist, right, and stick it in the middle of your chest, that's about where our heart is. And a good way to know is if you thump your chest like this, you're gonna feel something really, really hard. That's our sternum, and that protects our heart. You probably remember that your doctor uses an instrument like this to listen to your heart and lungs. It's called a stethoscope. And it's a great tool to hear the sounds that are produced by the body. Today we're gonna make our own stethoscope and get some practice using it on our grown-ups so you can listen to the sounds of their hearts. So grab someone around you that's a grown-up because you're gonna need their help. We're gonna do some cutting, and we're also, you're gonna need someone to listen to their heart. Now here are two different stethoscopes that I have made today. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So first, let's gather our supplies. You'll need a paper towel tube, paper towel roll, a small cup. You could use plastic or paper. Really, you want it to be able to be close to the size of the paper towel tube. And I just happen to have these paper cups around that fit. You'll need a balloon, some scissors, and some strong tape. You could use duct tape. I'm gonna use electrical tape today. And then anything you want to decorate it with. I used quick sticks, which are like paint, and essentially a glue stick tube. You could also use stickers or tape or anything like that that you have laying around. So the first thing we want to do is remove the bottom of our cup, okay? So I'm going to take my scissors, and you'll, again, want your grown-ups with you. I just want to poke a hole in it, but I want to be very careful. I don't want to, miss and hit my hand and cut myself. So I'm just going to tap it right there. So I made a little puncture. And then what I'm going to do, make this a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm going to stick my scissors in, and I'm just going to make some cuts going out from the center like this. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick the paper towel tube in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend these back now that I've cut them and stick it in here. Now, depending on how your cup is, it might stay put like this, or it might move around a lot. So this is where you're gonna wanna use the tape. So I'm just gonna use some electrical tape. And you can see with this one, I didn't have to. So you just wanna tape around so that the paper towel tube doesn't slide out, okay? Because after you make it, you wanna keep it around for a little bit. You spent the hard work making it, you wanna keep using it. So I'm just gonna cut this. And I think I'll go one more layer up, just to make it a little bit more secure. And that's good because I've reached the end of my electrical tape roll. Okay, so now that I've secured my tube to my cup, this is what we're gonna use this end to listen to the heart with. Now I wanna cover it, right? I want to use something to cover this. So I have a balloon, any balloon will do, and I want to cut it just right about here. So the straight part, right when it starts to move, you want to cut it right in there. So use your helper. One person can cut, one person can hold. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open the balloon. Oops, I think that's a little tight, so I'm going to cut a little bit more off, closer to the higher part. And you're going to open your balloon and you're going to stretch it over top of this. And you'll definitely want to use a helper. I'm just going to try to do it myself here. And since it's a paper cup, it'll bend, so I want to be very careful. There we go. All right, so I have my balloon over my end. And really, that's about it. I mean, you can decorate it now, but I would test it first to see if you can hear your grown-up's heart. So you're gonna place this over the middle of their chest, you know, right behind their sternum. Put this part up to your ear, and you want it to be super quiet so that you can listen and see if you can hear your grown-up's heart. There should be some sound like a lub-dub, lub-dub. If you can't hear your grown-up's heart, maybe you could have them do some jumping jacks or run in place, and that will definitely get the heart pumping, and you should be able to hear it then. So our hearts are a very powerful living pump. They pump blood out of the heart through our lungs to get oxygen and out through our bodies in something called our arteries that takes the blood away from the heart. And then the blood returns to the heart through our veins to start the process all over again. So that heart is constantly pumping that blood in and out, right? So that's why you can hear it. It can go faster, especially when you're, using your energy, like doing jumping jacks or something like that. And what's cool is if you look at your wrists, sometimes you can see. So if you want to see this right here, these are my veins. You can see that they're blue, maybe purple, if you can find that in your wrist. This is the blood that has the oxygen taken out of it, right? So it's returning to the heart to get more oxygen in it. And once it gets oxygen and it goes back out of the heart through your arteries, the blood in that is red. Pretty cool, huh? So give this a try. Learn a little bit more about our hearts and check out our kids' research resources for more information. To check out our kids' research resources, go to our homepage, www.clpl.org. Then you're going to want to touch on kids and then choose research. And scroll down, and these list our resources, our online databases and online resources that are just for kids, so they're a great place to go. And if you ever want to know how to use them, there are these blue rectangles that say tutorial. You can watch video tutorials on each resource. So today we're going to go into Pebble Go. We're going to touch that. And I have already logged in with my library card, so you would be taken to a screen where you would log in with your library card, and then you would come to the home screen of Pebble Go. Pebble Go is a great place to get information on different topics. Pebble Go is meant for K through 2, and Pebble Go Next is, 3 through 5, but actually I find it helpful, and I'm an adult, so anyone can get good information here. So you can see I have different topics that I could browse, but I'm just going to do a keyword search for the heart, and you can see that it appears, so I know that there's information about heart in this resource. So I'm going to touch the word, and then I'm going to get an article about the heart. What's great about Pebble Go is it will read to you.
The heart is an organ. It pumps blood throughout your body. The heart is about the size of a fist. It is inside your chest, near the center.
And then you can see I can read different
parts of the heart.
the parts of the heart. And I have another diagram. I could make that bigger if I wanted to. And I could print either the whole article or just the page if I wanted to. I can keep going.
How does the heart work?
This is how does the heart work section. And you'll remember that I showed you this diagram, and you can see the red arrows and the blue arrows showing how blood travels into and out of the heart. This gives us
The circulatory system.
more information about your circulatory system and gives you a diagram for there.
Did you know?
It includes some interesting information. Did you know your heart is always beating? It might beat 60 times in a minute when you're sleeping, and it can beat up to 220 times a minute when you're running super fast. That's amazing. Our hearts are so awesome. And then it'll also give us different articles to read more if we would like to. There are activities, and you could do that. You could print that activity, and this is going to give us a way to listen and try to find our heart rate. There's a share what you know. You could draw a picture of the heart and write some facts and why it's important. And these questions for understanding, they're always with an article too. So they'll ask questions and then you can answer it if you want. Like, how big is the heart? You guys know the heart is as big as your fist right now, right? Because we talked about it. So those are some great features of Pebble Go. And I want to show you one more thing. I'm going to X out of there. There's also, I'm going to go back into the beginning of
What
the article.
is the heart?
But you'll notice the navigation at the bottom always stays the same within the article. So I can play a video and I can show you blood flowing into and out of the heart. Pretty cool. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this celebration of our hearts with this blow off some steam. And I hope that you and your hearts have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.